Hello everyone, Pallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We've had quite the adventure so far in Act 3. Gortash is already dead, slain at his inauguration. We also uncovered a secret plot across the city that was trying to plant explosives and take out refugees that are seeking asylum here because the army of the Absolute has been marching all over the countryside. As we were walking into the Wormrock Fortress, we saw this monastery on the left side of the street, and, well, Kalark is a monk. At the end of the day, this place would definitely interest him, even if he is from another plane of existence. If you guys enjoy our Baldur's Gate content, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It helps us out a ton with the YouTube algorithm, and just takes you a quick moment. Our party gathers together. Astarion! Shut the fuck up! Wait. Can I? Yeah, we're past 30 seconds. I can swear. Thanks, YouTube. And let's head inside.
Take me to my cherished chiller, and thy reward shall be plenty.
This is also, as you may have just seen, the place we're supposed to go to for the sentient amulet that we've been carrying since Act 1. Now, this is a phenomenal piece of monk equipment. That key restoration is a very rare thing. If we do the quest, it won't work anymore. So I'm a little hesitant on that one. But there is a fey creature over here that I do not recognize. And I'm going to go in for a closer look.
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant.
The way that moved off screen was just so funny to me.
Apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
Don't apologize. That sounded like a load of bollocks anyway.
I wouldn't go that far. But the investigator is being particularly challenging right now. 2 people just died on temple grounds.
That's horrible.
A high priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder, and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target.
What makes Brilgor politically convenient?
Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power...
Is Gortash still in power?
Target for the real culprit, too. Unlikely to be missed, where they weren't wanted to begin with.
Well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder.
How wild is it that, like, Larian thought of so many things? And, like, this is one of the things I've praised the game for. It's like, if you make a choice, you'll be able to have callbacks and dialogue for that choice throughout the entire game. It's kind of weird that I can't be like, Gortash is dead. I killed him. Made that man dead. Did it already. It's kind of like what chat said earlier. I don't think Larian expected anyone to pull off the assassination in the throne room. Oh, let me help you. I'll look around and see if there's anything to prove Brilgor's innocent for you.
Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
Any idea what I should be looking for?
Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really.
And let me guess, the investigator goes to Sharess's caress, just like everyone else in this town.
Sharess's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case.
Closing was in air quotes there. Can you tell me where I could find Shira Clarwin? I've been carrying around this stupid amulet, and it seems to know her.
I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind. We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit.
Well, I best get going, thank you.
I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
I hope I do too. Funny enough, my first time through this area, I didn't walk in the front door. I walked through the back door. And I heard, like, one of the guys over here on the right, he was like, there's been a murder. I guess I have more to clean up now. Like, he didn't seem bothered about the lack of life. He seemed bothered about his responsibility to the monastery. Let's see if he's had a change of heart. Maybe I just caught him on a bad day.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave.
Said it to who, friend? I'm investigating the murder. What do you know?
I know it's not fair. This was the best job I ever had. Lorgan was kinder than most. And now they're blaming a refugee for his death. Typical.
Where are the bodies, friend?
We tossed Brilgor out back. Sister Rose has Lorgan in the infirmary, preparing him for a decent burial. You could pop your head in and pay your respects.
Oh, I don't think I knew about any of this. That sounds fun. I do have something I need to do before then, chat. You see, back here, in one of these chests is a monk weapon. I say monk weapon, it's actually a pair of gloves. But it's very similar to what we are wielding here, where we're dealing this extra fire damage with each attack. There is a problem with fire damage. It tends to make things explode. So if I could swap out for something else, I might want to do that. I want to say it's this chest. We'll see how good my game knowledge is. I'm also going to save just in case someone gets mad and comes in here because I'm breaking stuff. I'm pretty sure it's this chest. I'll bet you a gifted sub, chat. It was not that. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. I got you. Hold on. Now one of you can watch without ads. Maybe it's the middle one. I'm not going to gift another one. I'm just going to start breaking all these things open. Let's see. There they are not. No, they're not called Tanner's Delight. It must be the middle one. It's got to be. Confessions? Volume 1, Father Logan. I'll read that in just a moment. We even perceived it when it came out of the chest, which is kind of weird. Is it not in here? Hold on. There we go. Far right chest. Oh my god. The pugilist gloves. Oh my god. Like I said, very similar to what we're wearing already, but does radiant damage instead. So we'll go ahead and equip those. One cool thing we can do on Clark as well is we have these passives that change our damage. Now, I've always hit with my mind because that's part of my thing. I'm enlightened. But we could also add even more radiant damage in here, which might be really fun. Oh, that's where slow fall is. Oh. Why wouldn't you want that toggled on? That seems great. It's always the last place you check. Always. The most recent entry in this journal bears particularly heavy quill marks and crossed through revisions. I pen this from the temple cellar, the only place I feel close to Ilmater's will anymore. I pass my gaze between the crests that hide my sin apparent, and I wonder, who are they to pass any judgment? They bark that those who arrive on our doorstep, bloodied, beaten, fleeing from heretical hordes, are dirty, unwelcome, to be shunned. This is a crime to house them. That it is a crime to house them, to bring them into the city proper. But if my back must be broken so others may step to the light, so be it. So he was literally helping refugees. Maybe that's why he was killed. Oh, I do have Gortash's gloves too, yeah. I kind of forgot. I forgot. Yeah. Chat brought up a good point. I have Gortash's gloves. Those do the same thing. These things right here, they just do a little bit of force damage. You give better spell save DCs too. Yeah, this is better. I'm gonna put those on. I guess I didn't need those gloves at all. I believe this is the infirmary where they're preparing his body. Let's talk to Sister Rose.
What ails you? Marsh fever?
What?
Heather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day.
I thought this would be like a nice thing to do. Do I look diseased to you, woman?
Reckon so. There's something off about you anyway.
What?
Might be brain rot. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dead high priest to see to.
Indeed. I'm investigating his death, and I have some questions. Or is your brain too rotten to answer them?
What do you want to know?
You don't seem sad at all about his death. Maybe she's just angry. I don't think I want to say that. How did he die?
Slowly. Logan was a good man.
Yeah, no wonder she's upset.
Naive. He deserved better. One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Logan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
I want to see if I can inspect the body. He is definitely missing that hand. Yeah, I don't think examine's gonna do it. He was only level 5. He had so much life still to live. His chest key? Did I already break open his chest? Because that's about to be awkward. All right, thank you. Now, while we were on the other side here, I did notice some blood by that cellar door. And we read that he went down into the cellar to think. It's where he felt the best, away from all the hustle and bustle of the city, it seems. The blood trail leads to the south. Oh. And seems to stop right here. Rites for the passing. A book of ill matter. Death rites. This page on the turning is particularly dog-eared. What does that mean? When you fold it? Is that when you fold the top? There will come many a time, a worship tormented, that you will have to comfort a faithless, unfortunate as they pass from this life to the next. Or perhaps even more distastefully, you may be faced with the dying alkaloid of a wretched god, keen to shirk the blasted afterlife awaiting them. The Lord of the Rack grants us great many powers, but altering the moral velocity of a soul is one we cannot shift on the deathbed. If one has lived a life of sin, their soul is bound for a sinful place, no matter their final protestations. However, it would be much more harm than good to tell them this. A matter does not forbid the speaking of untruth, no matter how polite society deems the act. If it would spare the dying wretch some suffering as they pass, tell them that the weeping God awaits them with his balming embrace. Make them believe. Whatever torment their soul bears in the realms beyond, it remembers not their body. So spare them at least the final passing moment from hardship. That's kind of nice, but it's also kind of fucked up, right? It's also kind of fucked up. Let's see if I can get a better view in here. Light some of these torches, maybe. It's definitely dark in here. Surprised I didn't perceive anything there. A button behind the crest. Is there another in the room? Looks like across from it on the far side. Another button. And more blood behind the wall. Oh, this is a pretty big cave, dude. I'm even seeing more blood to the southeast there. Like 100 meters away. Clark and company are all moving in together. That's good. Let's see all of my abilities. What is this on the right? Shabby wooden doors. Wait a minute!
Be patient, child. Soon.
I heard them talking. They were saying to be patient. These appear to be... I don't like one of the details I just read. These appear to be... I thought they might be city guards with how armored this one is, but they're not in fist attire. This one almost looks like he's in thieves' clothes, like leathers. Everyone in our party is going to get down. Astarion is going to be the first to approach, getting the closest. He needs to make sure everyone can hear him. Hypnotic pattern goes down. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that hypnotic pattern affected any of these enemies. However, that was our surprise round, so he's going to cast it again. Cutting words. They're immune to hypnotized. I did not read the text the first time. Fuck. Well, the Astarion jumps away. We're going to see Lae'zel cast darkness on our party. So if they want to come get Astarion, they got to come through me. Astarion's going to end his turn right there. Surprise round is almost done. We'll just let them come towards us. Here they come, moving towards the darkness. Remember, this is magical. They can't see anything in there. He just picked up a spear. What are you going to do with that? I thought he was going to throw it at me. We see a few of these suspicious targets down here, moving towards the darkness. Now remember, Lae'zel can see just fine. Because she's concentrating on the darkness, that gives her extra damage with her ring, and she moves in with a 98% chance to hit and starts to cleave these body parts off of the doppelganger. That's what I saw on that information sheet that I did not like. It kind of spoiled it. These are once again the formless assassins that we have seen around the city. I'm amazed that attack landed. We also see a crossbow bolt head towards the smoke. I imagine he's just firing into it, hoping he connects with someone. Astarion's not going to do anything. We're going to let Lae'zel take care of this one as she continues to attack, splitting that doppelganger in two. This one frightened by the brutality he just witnessed, but Lae'zel does not stop swinging. Jesus, dude. Wow, and you think Kalark is strong. They can't even fight back. Everybody in the party stands up. Kalark moves forward to investigate the body. A flowery key. This key, spattered with blood, is inscribed with the address of Frago's Flop House in Worms Crossing. I don't know if I ever followed through with this before. Chat, don't let me forget this. Frago's Flophouse in Worms Crossing. We're going to take that with us. Solve the open hand murder temples. Open hand temple murder. I can read. Field report. Aspirant Dolar is talented, if a touch careless. The dagger he discarded lurks within these caves somewhere, though I know not where. I can smell it. The fear musk from his kills stand in the air after the act, because he lets them marinate first. They stand, lie, sit, stock still as the poison fills their limbs with lead, knowing only two perfect facts. They are going to die. There is nothing they can do about it. So we know the murder weapon is still in here somewhere. Put the active weapon to the poison. This is the poison they were using. Whoa. I'm going to take that letter with me as well. I fucking thought Lae'zel just drank it. And I was going to be so upset if she just drank that poison. I literally just thought she did that. So, the body's already been removed from...
Someone was arranging these corpses. What for?
They were arranging the corpse.
Worth a look.
I perceived a hole. Oh, shit! I thought that was like a crawl space. Stillmaker. Whole person. The dagger's twisting blade is designed to nick the flesh as many times as possible, allowing its paralytic poison to flow effortlessly into any unfortunate target.
This blade's wicked look matches its deeds. Poor Father Lorgan.
Shit. Well, we have literally a written thing about how they did it. Oh, there's a clown's torso here. I guess we'll give that to Lae'zel.
Oh, a heart, a liver, a few fingers. Not the most appetizing find.
No. Okay, let's read this too. The effigy of Elestria, who watched and waited. What use her eyes? She thought herself a huntress, but couldn't fathom her wool. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood. Orin the Red. Shit. Still says I need to investigate the crime scene. I don't know what there is left to find. I'll check all the bodies. There is more blood, to be fair. There's a lot more blood, to be fair. Maybe I need to follow that path as well. The map is telling me to look here, but I've already read everything to my knowledge. I've looted everything, except maybe that guy. He's kind of in the floor. More bodies in here, and a symbol in blood.
Was trying to help.
These are the refugees he was trying to help.
A little harder based on the evidence.
This letter is written in careful but erratic hand of a newly learned writer. Mom says I need to thank you more, so thank you. Thank you for telling off that nasty woman who was shouting all those nasty things at me. That's 3 times I've written thank you. Now 4. So I think Mom will be happy. One more thing. Did you see my teddy anywhere? I think I dropped it during all of the shouting. Fuck. A few rings that aren't too valuable. Request for alms. Please, Father Logan. Rector Yanis, if you've any food to spare, our stomachs yowl at night like kicked dogs. Carrots, apples, we'll even crunch an onion if that's what you've got. So these guys were clearly suffering. They were helped. They were given some sanctuary down here. And then slaughtered in some kind of ritual. Absolutely horrible. Back at this hellhole. Ugh. Where's that stupid little Hollyphant? There you are. You call yourself a detective? I found the murder weapon and I kick over the table and throw it on the ground.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
Afraid so. I found new evidence, air quotes, investigator.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
I have found the murder weapon you missed in a tunnel under the temple.
That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Logan killed?
He was murdered for helping the refugees. How about a shape-shifting assassin? No. Let's stick to the thing. He was helping refugees.
Could doesn't quite cut it here, I'm afraid.
I have a piece of paper!
I need a solid, provable motive. Come back when you've got some real evidence.
This motherfucker. Come back when I have some... I'll rip you apart! I'll pull that trunk off! He's being a butt, and what's the murder list? Okay. Well, if that's true... No, I didn't fail perception on anything. If it's true, all he wants is the murder list... Maybe my enlightened brain could get a murder list for him. Oh, this looks like it. This looks more like it. Area under investigation. Whoa, what are you investigating?
Maintain your distance. Area under active investigation by order of the Flaming Fist.
Well, I'll be taking over. This is a Kalark investigation now. One more! Well, this looks familiar, doesn't it? The same symbol written in blood on the wall. A body on the floor, missing their left hand.
That's curious.
Reception successful. We see floorboards that are loose. Kalark's going to read the letter. The scrap of bloodied paper is scrawled in an erratic, excitable hand. You've been picking where you shouldn't. Pear tree. Placing the lordling's fire spitters throughout the city. Disgusting. They leave no blood. There is no art to it at all. Just burnt ash and corpse cinder. I walk through your basement here as I pin this. It's rather large, roomy. They'd never find all of the bits of you if I spread them out here properly. Is there a blood-stained parchment in this room? Kalark approaches. Messy splatters of deep red-brown adorn this scrap of parchment. Those wishing to face the dread Lord's tribunal and enter the Temple of Baal must slay the targets on this list and frame the corpses as a murder by the cult of the Absolute. Bring the victim's hand as proof of your killing. Walk in blood, aspirant. Duke Stelmane has been killed in the Song Tavern. Father Lorgan has been killed in the Open Hand Temple. Dribbles the Clown, I believe we just found his torso, has been killed in Rivington. Alexander Rainforest, never heard of him before, office near the counting house, has been killed. Frank Peartree is this poor man here. He's been killed. However, he's the last on the list that has been taken down. Kora Highberry, Figaro Pinnygood, Chef Rovere, Nesha Lesha, that's fun to say. All of these targets still alive somewhere.
This part of town.
Kalark picks up the blood-stained parchment. Also, what was in these floorboards, bud? We find the Peartree chest key. Did I already open it? That's a little awkward. All right, listen up, you golden mosquito. I found a piece of paper. It's proof, damn it!
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again?
Yes. It's just part of a bigger plot. It's a Baal plot. I tried to tell you this.
A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory?
Well, it's not a theory. I have proof, you dumb fucking elephant. This document contains information connecting the murders to the Baalist resurgence.
No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork
I
as
want
it
to
is.
kill you so
Constable
bad.
Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city.
I already have access. Do you know Gortash is dead? Are you drinking something? What the fuck?
What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
What do you think happens if you, never mind. Back in the lower city, Song Tavern is not very far away from the Basilisk Gate, which is that first teleport we gained access to. In fact, if you walk past church, it is the very next building. And there's a lot going on here, believe it or not. Ton of plots go through this place. Seems like everyone goes to the Song Tavern.
The Song Tavern. wonder if my old things are still there.
See what I mean? They just let anybody in here. Ugh.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Well, Flaming Fists seem to be watching the stairs upstairs to go upstairs. I'll go talk to the barkeep.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is.
Yeah, you guys are busy. That's a good problem. Business going well?
With all this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder would had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self?
Well, I'm looking for a place to stay, but if there's been a murder here, I don't know.
I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we
Myself
get you
included.
staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over.
200 gold. Could I get a discount? There's been a murder.
Charity! In Baldur's Gate. Good one.
All right. Oh. Am I good at any of these? Rogue Deception? I'm with the guild. You'll be giving me the 9-finger discount. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe they don't like the guild here. I have plenty of money, and I should support local businesses, especially when they are good to Githyanki like you, sir. Here's 200 gold.
Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
Fair point. Outlander for once, a warm meal. We got inspiration for having a place to stay.
Hold up. Halt, Civvy. Turn back. This is an active crime scene.
Well, actually, I have a room up there.
I'm tired of standing here. Devella's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome.
Valeria told me to come speak with Constable Devella.
Constable Devella said she wasn't to be...
Investigator Valeria outranks her. As you were, Civvy. Fair warning, though. She's in a foul mood.
Oh, thanks for the heads up. Astarion, you go first. That'll solve every problem. Perfect.
Stelmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
Oh, yeah. That's a murder scene, all right.
Oh, bollocks. I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good.
Astarion. Vampire? Valeria sent me. I guess we gotta go to the first one. Are you Devella? Valeria sent me.
To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her.
Well, I have found this list that clearly, points out who's on the murder target list. There's more at stake than Stelmane's murder now that Ball himself is involved. That's pretty ominous. Let's say that.
Ball? That's exactly what I... Wait. How do you know about that?
A piece of paper. I was just fear-mongering for fun. That's funny.
Good. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound. But this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man. Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne, a dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal Temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, The temple was destroyed, and to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthar. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back, and someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work.
What makes you think it's not Saravok himself?
I've not ruled out the possibility that it is Saravok himself. The brutality of the killings is certainly reminiscent of his work. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reference to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence.
I didn't want to talk over her because, like, pretty important quest. Make sure you guys get all the info, you know. If they don't have a butcher that can cut between two joints, Baldur's Gate needs some better butchers. I grew up in a meat shop. My dad's been a butcher almost his entire life. He could definitely bone out a hand, not to say he's ever done that. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's not that hard. You can do it. What about the other victims on the list? The ones that are still alive?
There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oathbound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them?
Well, the flaming fish should be protecting everyone, not just the upper city folk, right?
Not from round here, are you? We're in Baldur's Gate. This is just how things work.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. That's all I can ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
Thank you. You know, they said she was in a bad mood, but I thought she was pretty pleasant after we got introduced to each other. She wants me to look after the other murder targets that are here in the lower city. Wow, she really picked up some speed there. Turns out one of the murder targets works right here in the kitchens. Chef Rovere.
Damn rats. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there.
The rats are unimportant. Your name is on a list of murder targets. We need to hide you immediately.
No, I need them rats taken care of. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for murderers. You murder the rats.
I've been told that this is a callback to one of the earlier Baldur's Gate games where, I don't know if it's the same NPC, but someone gives you a quest just like this.
The cellars are just down the stairs.
We enter the cellars. It is Lae'zel's turn first. Actually, we're good. We're good. Does Jaheira have any more spell slots for the day? Not too many, huh? We could do difficult terrain on all of this. What she's going to do instead is just throw an ice knife off to the left and try to hit as many targets with it as she can. That should be 5 rats taken down. No, one of them saved and didn't take damage. That's embarrassing. Jaheira moves off to the left side. Now, rats may not seem like that big of a deal, but I've heard swarms of rats can be quite scary. I don't have very much AoE damage in my group. A lot of my AoE damage was Gale, who's currently reading one of his books. Now, next episode, we will take Gale to Sorcerer Sundries. because we are very close, and I need many things there. But for now, Lae'zel's cleave will have to do a little bit of the job. She frightened one of the rats nearby, killed off several, and she has one more swing that she can do, thanks to great weapon master. Nice! But there are still many more rats to go. I said that before that fucking thing exploded. Kalark, once again, awful at area damage, but he's pretty good at throwing a bomb, so let's throw one of those. First smoke powder bomb is going to go to the back left corner. There should be a fire barrel over there, too, that we can connect with. Perfect! Those rats taken down fairly quickly. We're going to fall back again and throw one more grenade in this guy's basement. To be fair, he didn't tell us how he wanted us to kill the rats. That hits the barrel as well, and they're taken down. Now that's much more manageable. Only a few rats remain. We see Astarion fire off his crossbows and end his turn. Jaheira takes 7 points of damage from a rat. The other one in the corner rushes to its doom, hitting the fire on the way. Oh, God. Boom! Then Lae'zel moves over to finish the job. There is much more to explore in this cellar, but considering we're living here, we can do that anytime. Oh, a keepsake ring, though.
The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
Yeah, whatever, Mind Flayer. I'm not listening to you. I'm mad at you. The rats have been killed. Is our murder target still alive? Looks good so far.
Oi, we got rats in cellar.
Yep, killed him.
We also got cats, but cats are useless. So how about you kill the rats?
Good news, Chef. The rats are dead.
You did? Very clever. Good job. Yes. Here, you take this.
You...
Business today. Don't customers know there's a war on?
Are you not taking this murder threat seriously? You just gave me 300 gold.
Beer has been staying most vigilant since your warning, yes. Only murders in this kitchen will be of the rat kind.
Okay.
You just lying around.
Bye.
You furry chunkers. Disgraced.
Are those pickled trotters ready?
I don't feel like he trusted me. I don't feel like he believed a word I was saying. Figaro, Pennygood, Chef Revere. Kora Highberry, a large home near Baldur's Mouth Gazette. In fact, Kora Highberry is right there. Our party approaches. There's a murderer on the loose.
Why, hello there. We were just about to try some of Master Metzley's delightful wines. Would you care to join us?
Oh, they do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highberry, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Call me Kora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
The wine scent is almost sickly sweet, with an acrid note just on the periphery. Poison.
Kalark spotted that it was poison. Oh, poisoned wine. That's my favorite.
No, it was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face, and I will peel it from your skull should you interfere again.
That's pretty rude, my dude. He cast Dimension Door, and he's gone. The street has been filled with doppelgangers. Is Kora Highberry dead? Did she run? Did we save her? Oh, that's good. Okay, I'll take that. What we will do here, if all of these guys are coming after me, is we will cast slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to jump in with Brutal Leap. When you stand up from being prone, it uses a portion of your movement If we reduce their movement to a point that they cannot stand up, they're going to lose their entire turn. We are going to leave Lae'zel right there. Kalark turns around and topples Dolor behind him, killing the doppelganger in a single blow. Kalark's then going to move forward towards the red dwarves on the ground and attack the one that is not currently slowed. With just 2 swift punches. I don't think there's any reason to overreact with a flurry. Let's see if they even stand up. I want to see if my theory about this is right. Do they miss their whole turn? Or are they still going to be able to move? With slow, they still have 1 action. Piercing strike on Lae'zel does 4 damage. So we didn't quite limit his mobility enough to just miss out on everything. That is the slowest stand-up I've ever seen. Judgment in chat says they counterspelled Dimension Door the first time it happened to me. I've heard people do that and the guy still gets away. Like, you can't even catch him with Dimension Door, which is kind of silly, actually. Or you can't even catch him with counterspell. It seems like what it should be used for. Astarion fires off 2 crossbow shots. Lae'zel brings out her mighty silver sword and starts to carve her initials into the back of the red-shirted dwarf. 1 more swing, followed by that great weapon master swing, brings him down to just 9 health. Kalark punches his head clear off of his fucking neck. And the doppelgangers
All the faster now we have his trail.
fall.
Enjoy the festival.
They have anything on him?
Bothering me.
A strong paralytic poison. They have some of the poisons on them. Interesting. A promising candidate as well as the Tombstone Shop Key. Kalark reads, interim report. The scarred dwarf is a promising candidate of our unholy assassin. Though he is personally crude, his methods of homicide are artistic and even innovative. He has set up a deadly wine festival to eliminate his next target, and I, for one, will be observing it closely. Well, if he got away, we're going to have to check the other names on the list. Let's see if we can find him. I believe I'm at the next location for Figaro Pennygood. Facemaker's Fashion in the lower city. Is that this place right here? Yes, Facemaker's Boutique. They do have a line out of the door. If you're looking for this place, it is far west. Here's the Basilisk Gate where we teleported in at. The Song Tavern. We went all the way across the city to find this place.
Metal screeches.
Let's see if they'll just let me go in.
City peaceful, my ass.
Hello.
Oi, you! Get in the bloody queue!
No. I'm not going to do that. As if he expected something different. Oh, shit.
It's unusual for prey to supply the tools of its own butchery. Razors, scissors, nail files. So many cuts one couldn't make. And yet, such a fleeting window. But then, who am I to deny the auspices of destiny? For we are celebrating, Master Figaro. You have the delicious honor of being my crowning achievement. Your body is my ultimate gift to my lord. But together, we shall transcend.
Am I going to get an opportunity to interrupt this? Oh. I know which one I don't want to do. Transcend. This brutality is a mockery of that word.
A challenger. My lord tests me. This piteous hovel will be your grave, challenger.
Oh, it seems as though that room is filled with would-be attackers, and the officer that we were just talking to is paralyzed on the ground. What the fuck? Did that say 124 damage done to Jaheira? Oh my god! Jaheira's on the ground, and our officer friend is currently being ripped to shreds. Lae'zel is going to move into the room. If she gets hit, that's fine. Her goal here is to create darkness around the two would-be targets. If they cannot see who they're attacking, they won't attack them. Lae'zel ends her turn. Jaheira's still down on the ground. We see a morphic ambush happening. She was ambushed. I don't know what she's actually saving against. Now, before we go after any of the other ones, this guy has a hasten potion on him. So if we could, I don't know, toppling him.
Another witness to my sacrament.
I have to focus on my body. Restore my key. Allow me to attack again. Toppling. He's got 1 HP and a dream. And I'm going to snuff out that dream. The murderer is dead. But the room is still full of assassins. Will that darkness be enough to keep them at bay? We see another dash happening. Is this actually the front recep? Nope, another doppelganger. It's kind of easy to kill someone when you can infiltrate their entire fucking establishment, right? Darkness looks like it faded. Again, I missed what happened to it. I guess I lost my concentration on something. We do see a couple archers. Oh, is she dead? Is she dead? She's got a little health. She's got a little health. Okay. Lae'zel's going to move into the room. We are going to bonus action a hex at level 1. This is my final spell slot. We move forward, take the attack of opportunity, and swing. And swing. And swing! Great job. Not only are they frightened, but if they move, we will have attack of opportunity. Attack of opportunity, speak of the devil. We take it on Kalark and deal something like 20-something damage. We are going to focus on rushing down the weapon wielder who's above our officer friend. We will get hit with an attack of opportunity for this, most likely. We did not. We move forward, knocking them down, and then punching out every one of their teeth. Bonus action sprint is going to allow me to move to the left. And as we move here, we are going to toppling attack this target. We still have 2 points of key left. We move forward for a punch to the stomach on the other doppelganger. Our hand goes clear through to the other side. Kalark, just like that, took down every threat in the room. And to finish off his turn, he's going to move closer to the one doppelganger that is still standing. Close the door and protect the room. He does get hit for 12 damage as he has his back turned to the creature. Astarion is going to help up Jaheira, who is currently protected in darkness. Funny enough. We're not going to do anything with the rest of our turn. We're just going to stay right there. Jaheira licking her wounds. Lae'zel kicks open the door, sees the creature clear as day, even if he is still in the darkness, and brings down her sword onto the shoulders of Wob, the doppelganger. Kalark moves into the room and tries to help up the deputy.
I should have known it would be you. Thank you. If it had been the dwarf alone, we might have stood a chance. But these doppelgangers, they swarmed us. We were paralyzed before we even had the chance to fight back.
Well, I thought you were going to the upper city.
I was heading that way after we last spoke, when I heard a commotion. I stepped in to see what was going on. It's not every day you have the chance to catch a killer in action. Not even in this profession. These killings aren't random. In fact, they seem to be part of some sort of test. That document you showed me before, the one with the victims' names on it, that was the briefing. The killers paralyze their victims, take their hands as an offering for Baal, and make it look like the cult of the Absolute was behind it all. It grants them access to a tribunal From what I could gather, it's some sort of rite of initiation for aspiring cultists to prove their worth. And it's taking place beneath Candle Hallow's tombstones. Like I said before, it's not something I can look into in an official capacity. But you...
Well, any idea where Candle Hollow Tombstones is?
It's not a place I'd ever heard of, if I'm honest. But rumor has it, there were some hidden cellars somewhere near the Elf Song.
I have a hand, funny enough. I'll go over there and investigate.
How did you...
Don't worry about it. Don't ask
Perhaps
that question.
It's best I don't ask.
Correct.
Do what you have to do. And I'll pick up where I left off. The upper city.
Good luck to you.
When I'm done, I'll stop by the Basilisk Gate. If you've got...
I didn't skip anything. My hand wasn't even on the mouse keyboard. If you have anything to tell, she'll be there, I think is what she was saying. What about the person who was paralyzed? Where did he go? Wait, where did he go?
You know, I heard it was a Baalist that tried to kill Master Figaro.
Oh, there he is.
Why would a Baalist want Master Figaro dead?
I must say, I'm damn lucky you showed up when you did. Can you believe what that monster was doing?
Oh, a depraved mind will resort to terrible things. Isn't that right, Astarion?
I'll confess, it terrified me greatly. Can you imagine dressing entirely in red? Jests aside, thank you. You forever have my humblest gratitude and a most generous discount on my wares.
What do you sell?
I sell anything and everything needed to cultivate your countenance. The best you'll find in Baldur's Gate. Certainly better than any dreck you'll pick up in Worm's Crossing.
I have heard that there's a transmog mod that lets you kind of equip whatever visual stuff you want to wear. And this seems like a cool place to go if you are using that mod. He also sells a ton of different dyes. So far, we've been wearing a lot of green. I think I will change up my look in the future. We know where to go if we want to change up our colors. Glad to see you in good spirits. I'm going to leave. Now, what does Dolor have on him? The red shirt assassin. He has a handbag with hands, of course. Oh, God. Okay, pick up. He also has potions, a dimension door pair of boots. That could be great for Astarion. Torn and bloody page. What does this say? The following text is printed haphazardly on a torn, bloody page titled Dirge of the Old Unholy Assassin. Neath Candle Hollow's quiet tombs lies a path of murder's boons. If entry down below is your aim, seek trigger hidden by a frame. Sicarus the door awaits to admit those who seek their fates. If to continue you insist, show a trophy rent from wrists. A sacrifice from our Lord planned. Present death's night. Wait, present death's night, a bloodied. It kind of got weird at the end. A smear of blood obscures the poem's final word. Maybe that final word would have pulled it all together.
And a location.
Well, that is going to do it for today's episode, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We have uncovered quite a lot about the murder plot here in Baldur's Gate. This is one of the main story threads that leads you to one of the big bad bosses. I'm just going to reassure you right now, we're not skipping to the end of this act. There is a lot more to do. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you again Monday.